Hello friends, this is Python for Everyone with a video tutorial about dictionaries. Dictionaries are a really amazing data type in that they hold key value pairs. They're kind of like a list in that you can hold multiple different values inside of a single variable, but unlike a list where values are stored in order, dictionary values are stored under a key. Let's take a look at the code. So here we have code that creates a dictionary, and then I'm going to show you the common operations on the dictionary and how to use it. Let's start by executing our code. The first line creates a dictionary. Now look closely at the syntax. We have an opening brace or squiggly bracket, and then instead of values separated by commas, we have a value that's separated by a colon. So lion, colon, Panthera, Leo. So we have an animals dictionary that holds common names as keys and scientific names as values. Let's run the first line. Okay, so now let's take a look over at our frames and our objects. You can see that dictionary has a very special notation. The dictionary animals has lion on the left, that's the key, and Panthera, Leo on the right. That's the value. So how do we get a value out of a dictionary? Well, in order to get a value out of a dictionary, you have to know the key. And you can see here that we place the key inside of square brackets. If this were a list, the index would go inside of the square brackets, but in a dictionary, we place the key there. So let's run the next line of code, and you can see that the print statement says a lion is Panthera, Leo. We retrieved Panthera, Leo from the dictionary using its key. Dictionaries are great because you can create keys at will. So animals of tiger equals Panthera, tigris. And now looking over on the right, you can see that tiger is the key and Panthera, tigris is the value. And again, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to add house cat. Our animal's cat is Felix, sylvesteris. This is true, I looked it up. So here we see a dictionary that now has three keys: lion, tiger, and cat. And those keys are for the values Panthera, Leo, Panthera, tigris, and Felix, sylvesteris. If we want to get rid of a key and the corresponding value in a dictionary, the del operator works just like the del operator did in lists. It's the word del and then the individual item that we would like to get rid of. So we're going to get rid of the house cat by kitty. And one thing that I didn't show you in lists that works just as well in lists as it does in dictionaries is that the in operator right here lets us ask a question. Is tiger a key in the animals dictionary? This returns true if there is a key tiger and false if there's no key tiger. This also works with lists, but with a list it goes and looks for values. So if you had a list called animals, you would look for a value if you said, say, if sleep in to-do list from the last demonstration. So in this case, we can see that tiger is clearly in animals. So if we step over this instruction, you can see that now execution jumps to line 7 because the if condition evaluated true. And we're going to run the print statement, there be tigers here. Dictionaries are pretty amazing. They allow you to organize data in a really easy to understand way. You just put in a key, and then what you get out is a value. Their syntax looks a whole lot like lists. In fact, they can hold a ton of information just like a list. The difference is how you get the information in and how you get the information out. With a dictionary, that key is the way that you access all information. And it's a really important thing to remember. The key goes in between the square brackets. The next thing I'm going to do is show you the for loop. The for loop is going to give you the ability to walk through your dictionaries and lists step by step. But before I did that, I wanted you to understand the basic operations on dictionaries and lists so we can do interesting things once we start talking about the for loop. All right, if you want the code for this example, you can find it in the video description. Also, if you want to see more things you can do with dictionaries and lists, you can find the link to my GitHub Python for Everyone course, where you can use a Jupyter notebook to bring alive operations on dictionaries and lists and to do really interesting things with the for loop. Okay, so next stop, for loops. Stay tuned.